It's Diddy Goops, and we're back on the grind. 10-minute game. Here we go. We're playing as Black against Ivan 998, and I think that's Serbia. Let's go. And he's got a picture of a chess um, position on his thing. I think I'm going to take here. And if he plays d4, we can just go ahead into our regular Rubinstein um, position. We're just going to transpose if he plays d4. And I feel like d4 is the most natural move in this position as well. So we're going to go ahead and get into that Rubinstein. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play c5. No problem. If you play something like bishop e3, I'm just going to go ahead and play queen c7. But usually what my setup for this kind of Rubinstein position would be like queen c7, b6, bishop b7, and maybe bishop on d6, and we could start pushing this pawn over here. So that would be like the ideal setup. We'll see if we can get that ideal setup, but there's a reason it's called an ideal setup, because it's ideal and often not reality, unfortunately. But he went ahead with that bishop move, which is cool. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play b6. Okay, no worries. Now let's go ahead with this move over here. Of course, if he ever takes, we could just take with a knight. We can take with a bishop. We've got options. Okay, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and play bishop b7. No problem. I feel like this position is just good for us, honestly. He's probably going to play c4 in the future to take away this square for a knight. It would make more sense if he played it right now. But I think I'll just continue with my normal plan. But wait, how does my opponent stop this move right here? I'm threatening to just win a pawn straight away with takes, and then my queen takes. So my opponent's got to deal with that. He's got to think about this. And I think if he just moves king over, I'm going to go ahead and play this move right here. And if, oh, he took over here. Interesting. Interesting. So there's a lot of things going on in this position right now. We could just take here. And our knight is probably pretty happy, so I think I should do this, but we got to think about this idea, where if we take here, if he just pushes, well, we just take back and we're equal, but it's okay. If we take here, we're equal for now, and my opponent still doesn't actually have anything to do with this knight, so I think this should be a good move. If he ever does this bishop check, maybe my king just goes to e7, because I want to keep this threat alive. But no, bishop e7, if he gives me this check, and then we move our king, he does have this move, so he does get away. I don't want to take with this pawn because this pawn becomes super weak, and we might win a pawn in the future right here, but it's a bit iffy. Y'all know what I mean. But he took, and we got to think about this. What if I take here? And he take well, he no, but that would probably would be good because we would just take back. Interesting things, but I think I'm just gonna take over here. Or what if he castle? Or we do take over here. Right now he is up a piece, so actually this might not work because takes. He gives me a check over here, and our king is actually trapped, so we have to play something like bishop or knight. And whichever one we do, I don't think it looks very good for us. But let's go ahead with this bishop move right here. Or actually, if we take with a queen, we are still threatening this knight, and actually that's probably the best move for us. So let's go ahead with that. We are still threatening this knight because right now this pawn is actually pinned. So if we take here, he can't take back. So I am liking this right now. And he doesn't really have any square for this knight still, other than going back, but he probably doesn't want to just go back. That would be very sad. And he can't give this check anymore. So if he goes back, well, maybe we just castle queenside, and we're threatening just this check now. That's for sure an idea. Or we take here, he takes back, then we play this move. I think castles is a good idea. But yeah, right now we have very active pieces. Our bishop pair is super strong. He doesn't even have a bishop pair. And we're covering a lot of squares. So I think, yeah, probably the best idea is to castle queenside and then start pushing pawns. He moved his queen in. Interesting. So we don't have this pin anymore. I was thinking maybe we could remove the defender, but he could just take our queen. And after we take here, he takes. I queenside castle. We do have a strong rook on the on this file, but he just has rook here onto just to contest the file. So I don't really see how this helps me. So looking for more things, we could take here, but he probably won't take. He's gonna have to take here eventually, and then maybe we take here. He takes with the knight. We castle this way because if we castle this way, we're actually opening up this rook and losing a pawn. So I'm thinking of taking here. So if I take here, he takes with the knight. I take here. He does have this in between move of this check, which is sort of annoying, but it is what it is. And I don't know how we can deal with it otherwise. There's this pawn that's being dropped over here, but I don't see any way to actually take it because he just takes here. And we're actually not even threatening this bishop. So it doesn't feel very good. We could just castle and take here, but it just doesn't feel good. So I think I'm just going to, well, if we castle, he never has this chance. So that could be something. But let's say I castle, he takes, we take back. We still have the strong bishop pair, and we could play this move over here to try to make him angry. But no, I'm taking here actually. I want to take this, and now we have a passed pawn. We have a passed pawn. So I could castle here and then play this move. Yep. And putting a knight here would be probably amazing for our pieces. If you play something like this, I think we can just play bishop here. We don't want to take this, obviously. We don't want to take here because he could repair this stuff and then this doesn't become a passed pawn. But after this, and we just go here, does he have this move? I guess we just play here. Man, maybe we just go here, first of all. But then he has this move. So it's a bit annoying. So this is an interesting move for him. And of course he plays it. If we can just play something like this, but it just seems so lame. And after he takes, I take. Yeah, it's cool, I guess. But if he takes and his pawn takes here, I feel like we're not doing too hot anymore. Another idea is this move. So if he takes here, I take here. He takes, I take. That's certainly an idea. But we give up control of this. Like, let's say I play this. Well, he could just play here, and he still has his threat. So maybe I go here, but he just has a really strong thing over here. So maybe that just doesn't work either. So I'm thinking of this move, but if he goes here, then I take. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and play this move. If he goes here, I just take, but we need to break this pin as fast as possible. Of course, if he takes, then we just take this piece, and we're probably threatening some things. We've got a strong knight. It'd be pretty cool to have a strong knight. But right now we do have a passed pawn. It's just really behind right now. So if we could get it like pushed up here, that's when it could actually become a threat. So let's see how we play this out. This is a really cool endgame. We only have 3.5 minutes though, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be fun. So he went over here, so we can't take this pawn anymore if he plays this. Which makes sense. So we might go here. We could play this move. Make him angry, and then we could play this. That's something. But if we do this, he takes, I take, he goes back. I guess we just fortify it. Let's try this out. That is interesting because we could just take this piece. After we take, he takes, I go here and win another pawn. So I'm for sure going to do this. I think I'm just winning a pawn right here. He can't go here because we just take the bishop. So if he can win a pawn, that would be great progress. He does have sort of active pieces, but that's all right. He has a really active bishop, but where does he put it? If he goes back, well, I mean, what? I don't know how worth it this is for my opponent, but let's see. He goes here, I go here. I play this. If he goes here, then that's good for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and take control of this open file. I'm not exactly sure what my opponent is trying to do here, but it's going to be interesting, I'm sure. But I feel like we have a lot of dark square pieces, pawns, so we should be good to go. Only thing I could think of is like him trying to get this rook all the way over here, but we should be good with that. Okay, so let's say he goes here. I'm going to go ahead and play this over here. If he goes this. Okay, let's go ahead and push him away with tempo. And if he goes here, he's just helping us double up rooks. No worries. Let's just double up rooks. If he goes here, he just meets this. But right now we're attempting to just trade off rooks. After we trade off rooks, I'm sure we can just go behind and win somehow. Are we still up a pawn? No. Yes? No. Yes, no. We're not up a pawn, but we still have this passed pawn, which can make it feel like we're up a pawn, honestly. Both sides pawn structure is slightly damaged here. Yeah, we just have an extra. We have this pawn over here, which if we can push enough, we can trade off pieces, rooks. It could be something special. And we're gonna go ahead and trade off these rooks. I'm gonna go ahead and play. This move. Here's this. I go here, this, here. Let's play this move. The idea being that we want to play here and then win a pawn. But if he goes here, actually we could just push. And then all of a sudden, this one pawn is stopping everything. So honestly, this looks great. If he plays this, we just take. He takes, and then we play here. Only way to defend it would be this, but then we have this move coming over here. Not sure what he's trying to do here. I could not help you. I could not figure it out. But I'm just going to go ahead and play this here. And now this pawn is stopping a lot of pawns at once. And he can't do this because we have en passant. So even though we had less pawns on the side, our one pawn is actually able to stop all three at the same time. And I'm not exactly sure what my opponent's trying to do. Maybe we play here and then here, break open. Not sure. Let's play this just so our king can at least be free. Let's go ahead and play here. My opponent's really low on time as well. If he just shuffles, I take. He wants to bring his king out too. Sort of annoying, but it's alright. And now we're threatening to just play check and win this. He doesn't have a very good way of protecting this pawn right now. Oh, he can just kind of play that. Interesting. Well played. Wait, can we play here? Let's play this. Oh, he's out of time. But we have a pass pawn and we're going to win this for sure. So we were also attacking this pawn. He doesn't really have any other way but to defend it other than this, but we play here, and he's kind of stuck. If we go here, yeah, he's kind of just stuck. Oh, if he goes here, then yeah, give him a check. He gets pushed away. We play this, and then we're no way to stop us from promoting. And if he ever plays this, well, then it's just a free pawn. So we were just winning this endgame for sure. So great work, and we were able to win this one. So let's go ahead and go into the game review. It does say we had a mistake, so let's go ahead and try to figure out what mistake it actually was. But here, according to the engine, we have a 92 accuracy, which is pretty good, I think. And we're in a Rubinstein, which is cool. And this is still book for me. Bishop e2, I'm not exactly sure if it's book for me anymore. I played b6. Queen c7 is also is the best move according to the engine, but that's part of the plan. Playing this entire thing is all part of the plan. We got our entire thing, and here I wasn't exactly sure if it was something that we just had, but he took on c5, which you almost never do, which shows that our opponent was not only unfamiliar, but he was also starting to feel a bit nervous because he's trying to release attention, relieve the tension. So took there, but he played this, and we missed this move apparently. So if you take with the bishop, you're still threatening the same exact thing. Interesting. And if we go here, how does he actually protect this knight? It's a little bit of a buff. It says Queen E1, which is just horrible because he's just about to lose a piece. But even if you play something like King H1, oh well, we can take here, but it still likes H5. But yeah, we could also just take here. He takes. I think with the queen, his rook is forced to go back, and he's just wasting a lot of tempo. And we castle. Something like that. If he goes here, though, I think we just start with. We're gonna have to do some H5 ideas. But Knight E4 was also an idea I was looking into because we just have so many attackers. And also when we played this move, well, this pawn is super weak because he moved his king away, and this knight is walked himself into a pin. So we were for sure winning that actually, and I should have seen bishop takes c5. But unfortunately we did not see that, and at this point then we just traded rooks, or traded queens, and walked into this endgame where we are slightly ahead. It's the slightest thing according to the engine, but we'll play this. E5 isn't an accuracy actually because it allows knight f5. Oops. He gets his knight onto a good square, but he got onto c6, which doesn't do anything because we just take, and that's just a blunder. But even if he goes back to, let's say, b5, well, we're just winning a pawn. We're winning a pawn, and rook is super active. a4, apparently. But a4, it says h5, but I think I'll probably play like rook d here and then try to bring it here and do a bit of a fun stuff on the second rank. But he did not do that, and g takes f6 is a great move. Wow, nobody could have spotted that. And he's just going to let us trade off rooks, and we're just winning this. So we played b5, which we found. Wow. We found b5. Nice work. b5, and there's just no way for him to protect this stuff. b4 is excellent. It's just this pawn. This is an interesting structure, but these are both backwards pawns, so that means that no other pawn can actually protect them, and they're good targets for the endgame. But it's impossible to fix them now because of this. So they're actually just backwards pawns. They just made backwards pawns. And after something like this, well, he's just about to lose everything. He's just shuffling his piece, which is unfortunate. He doesn't really have much else to do. But we're so ahead that we can kind of just play whatever we want. Apparently, we could have played this immediately. He has bishop e4 for now. So I'm not exactly sure what the engine sees here for us, but that's why I played this to control this square. Could have played e5 now, e5 here. E5 here was probably a little bit better. So e5, and then his bishop has to go, I guess, b5. We go here. He could play this move, bishop c6, to win this pawn back. We could even just keep pushing and just promote, actually. But I was just thinking of taking here, which is just a little bit slower. But after t takes, we just play this, and we're about to have more pawns for fun stuff. So we were able to just very easily win this endgame. But as you guys can see, yeah, what do you... I swear, something else happened. Yeah, we were here. Why do I feel like my opponent played this move? Oh, and that was just to defend this piece. But yeah, e3, and he has no way to stop this from queening. If he goes here, obviously he just loses a pawn. But if he goes here, we have check here, and the king has to be forced again, and then we're promoting on the next move after this. So very easily winning. Going back to this, I don't think I ever thought of taking it with the bishop for some reason, which is unfortunate. We should have seen this. When we take it with the bishop, we're actually just automatically winning, basically, turns out. Except for this check, which still freaks me out just a little bit. Gotta think about this check. King f8, king e7, both are good. But let's say we play here. He can save this knight for just a little bit. It says knight d4. That's weird. Knight d4, yeah, we have this, one of the rooks coming over to pin this. And I feel like we should just be winning this actually on the spot. Almost on the spot. So I don't really see that. But I thought the entire point of bishop e5 would be to create this square for the knight. This doesn't work though because of this move, because you just take here, and it's kind of an interference between the queen and the knight. You can't protect it anymore through the knight, so he takes back with this piece, and his pawn structure is even more damaged. So it's going to be rookless, and we're just going to win off this. So that's how you play that. Cool stuff. And we still have this pin, so there's no way for his knight to actually come here just yet. So we just hit this. But if we play something like this, he's got to move his queen, and it's going to be really sad. He moves it over here. We can play rook d5. He might be wanting to come over here, though. But takes, he goes here, I go here, and we're going to win a pawn. So that doesn't work. So he could try to trade queens like this. But yeah, I'd probably just take. I take, his knight takes, and I could go here. Oh, rook g5 is slightly better, apparently. Knight g2, bishop a3. Where's a3? This is a3. What? So this, and why is it saying bishop a3? Oh, because of this discovery. I was like, what? Why is it just throwing away a bishop? That's so weird, but there's a discovery. So if he doesn't take, if he saves his bishop like this, well, we're about to win we're about to win this pawn. And of course, if he takes our bishop, then it's a bishop trade, but he just ruined his pawn structure even more. So he has so many pawn islands. No pawns can actually defend themselves ever again, and he somehow doesn't have a single pawn island, regardless. So we would just be winning here. What does black, or what other tries does white have? Bishop d3. Rook a to d8. Whoops. Whoa. Let's fix that over here. I think that should be good. Something like that. That's my bad. I think this should be good. But bishop d3, and I guess we just have happy pieces. I don't know. Now it's saying c4 is best, actually. Whoa. If c4 is played... No, we don't have this check because of this queen. Not yet, but rook e5, and I guess we can play something like this and win. So we will win eventually. No need to worry, but his king is very open, and our queen is ready to pounce. We have the bishop also ready to pounce. We have a bishop pin ready to pounce. We got a rook already in the process of being lifted, ready to pounce, so we would win this. I think that should be it for this game, though. This is a fun game, a cool end game, and a pretty clean conversion. Unfortunately, we missed that one move, but other than that, it was pretty decent. And we even had a great move, because who would have seen g takes a pawn taking a rook, right? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll see you guys later.